Kevin, what does this tell you about your team that you're out a win like this?
Yeah, it's kind of where we're at right now, Jared. I think we're much better defensively than we are offensively. I still think we have so much more room to get better offensively. Texas and us we're very similar. A lot of new guys trying to figure it out. On the offensive end, a lot of pieces to figure out on the offensive end. But defensively, I thought both teams played really hard and just gave a great effort.
Kevin, were you like a lot of other people when Bryce went up? There was a lot of no, yes, I think, on that final shot. What was your reaction?
I always tell the bench or the guys in the corner, I know when it's going up. He's been with me 2 years now, and I watched him forever. He's great off the bounce, so I'd rather see him shoot off the bounce in that situation. And he's worked hard to get back. I mean, he has worked extremely hard to get his body to the point of where he is. And I think everyone in the room, everybody in the locker room now has confidence in that shot. I know I do.
Kevin, Mitchell did a good job on you guys in the first half. What adjustment did you make in the second to slow him down?
I hate to say it, I didn't do anything. I have a philosophy I live by in first halves. If you're making guys take tough shots and they're going in, they're not going to go in the second half most of the time. And I thought we made them work really hard, even though our defense didn't look good. They hit a lot of tough shots in the first half that if you continue to make them take tough shots, most of the times they don't make them. And so I went in the locker room, I said, guys, just keep doing what you're doing defensively. I said, we got to stay down a little bit. We kind of jumped around a little bit a couple times in the first half. But I thought we did a really good job of just be a little bit more physical, staying down on his ball fake. And I thought Tyrese really battled.
Kevin, you used your bench a little bit more than Texas did in the second half. Did you think that 10, 12-minute stoppage of play hurt your team more than them? Or?
No, I think at that point in the game, was it 3 minutes, 40 seconds left, I think? No one's subbing, and the kids they're on adrenaline. I think it hurts both teams, to be honest with you. And I thought both teams came out and played at a really high level. I was surprised how high of a level we played at both ways after that long of a stoppage.
I think the fans might have had something to do with that.
The fans were great. Our student section was phenomenal. It was I've never seen so many students at a game. I think that's by far the most students we've ever had at a game. And it's the first thing the guys have said, because again, when you go a whole year without fans, and then you come in and you see your people you sit next to in class every day sitting there cheering for you, it just gives you a little different. I know this team and all my teams have really appreciated the students making the effort to come out and really get us going. The only we had a game over the Christmas break where we kind of struggled early on, and it was like I think the kids weren't used to not having the students here, so our students have been just off the charts.
Kev, we're not going to see you before Sunday. Rutgers is up on Purdue here with 13 seconds left. Just your thoughts on that game and the matchup.
Well, I haven't watched that game, so I can't tell you what's happening. But I've watched them a couple times, and Adam, and I think they're a very good team that's kind of gone through a little bit of a lull throughout the season. And when I watch them, I see a team that's physical. I see a team that rebounds. I just see a team that's kind of struggled shooting the basketball a little bit this year. And the thing for me is, 2 years ago we were in Iraq, and it was the hardest place I've ever played. And so I guarantee Purdue is going through. I know for a fact that Purdue is going through the same thing that we went through.
Coach, congrats on 212.
Just won.
PJ, any thoughts?
They did.
At the buzzer.
Guys, questions for Coach.
Coach, congrats on tying PJ. Any thoughts on that?
PJ's the gold standard of this program. He's the one that put this program on the map. He's the one that's every Seton Hall coach, from me to forever, is gonna. He gave us the blueprint, the roadmap. He put us on the map. He's an unbelievable ambassador. He still is to this day. Everywhere he goes, him and Coach Rafferty sell Seton Hall probably better than anybody. So it's an honor, but it's something that's, I've always said there should be a statue of Coach PJ somewhere on campus.
Kevin, what is it like this year to have so many different guys you can feature compared to maybe last year and 2 years ago?
It's difficult. I think it's, you look at Texas and us, and you see two teams that have struggled offensively. I think Shavar just hit that. Yeah, he did. There's times where we're trying to get guys certain shots, and it's hard to get guys in certain areas. But it's nice also to have the different options where I can get MC ISO'd, or I can get Jared ISO'd, or go into the post different ways. So it does give you more of an option. It's just sometimes as a coach you're trying to get guys in the right spot, and I think that's the same thing Chris is dealing with right now.
Last one?
I just want to ask one, you weren't allowed to have, couldn't really have recruits last year in the building because of COVID and all that. Now you can have recruits back for big games like Rutgers and stuff. How much does that help the program to have them come in and see these big games?
I think it always helps that. The really tough thing is, though, we're not allowed to have recruits in the back. So I think it's great. The problem is we still have COVID rules in the back, so it's like you can't, we used to bring 20 recruits and we bring them in the locker room and we talk to them. You can't do that anymore. So I think it obviously helps and it's great, but we still have to live by some measures of how many people come in the locker room, how many people are around. So there's still a little bit, we're still kind of living recruiting COVID a little bit. It's great to have them in the building. It's great to see them sit behind the bench.
Yeah.
They see what the atmosphere that we built here. So from that standpoint, it's huge.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Please.